Was there a certain emotion that would make me want to drink? Yes. And it's what that emotion would produce in me that I would want to escape from, that I would want to numb out, that I would just want relief from. For me, it was frustration. Areas in my life that I felt like were not changing, were not getting better. If anything, they were getting worse. And side note, majority of that was because I was drinking. For example, my weight, I was rapidly gaining weight and I was miserable. And I felt like no matter what I tried, and remember the fact that while I was trying to lose weight, I was also heavy binge drinking, consuming a bunch of calories. But it didn't matter what I tried, I was gaining weight. So the cause of that frustration, the root of it, was drinking when it came to my weight. Frustration with my marriage, frustration with my job, and just where I was in life in general. I felt like I wasn't moving forward. And obviously now in hindsight, looking back once again, that's another area of my life that the reason I felt stuck, I felt stagnant, was because I was drinking, because that's what alcohol does. It keeps you in the same spot, spinning your wheels, going nowhere. Goals, what are those? So that's the emotion I would feel, frustration. But what it would produce in me is obsessive thinking. I would go over and over and over again in my mind about it, and I could never quiet my mind. So I would work myself up by obsessing over these areas of my life, which would then make me anxious. It would kick me up a notch. I felt like I couldn't relax. I felt like I would just get so overwhelmed with all these things that it would make me very antsy and very anxious, and it would eventually lead to just the F it attitude, like no matter what I try, nothing's changing. I don't want to feel this way anymore. I want relief. And the answer was to drink. And there went the vicious cycle, which just promised me that yesterday is today and today is tomorrow. My marriage was still crap. I was still rapidly gaining weight. I was still frustrated with my job. I was still frustrated at these other areas in my life. And that's all drinking did. It gave me that short relief in the moment, but it was back the next day tenfold. So there I was with that frustration again, obsessive thinking, making me anxious, drinking again, just over and over and over again. It was a literal rinse and repeat. But of course, when I quit drinking, when I stopped poisoning my body and my mind, I started losing weight, which made me less frustrated. And my relationship with my spouse got better because I was just more present. It's hard to grow with someone or communicate with someone who's just five sheets to the wind at all times. God bless my husband. I don't know how he put up with me for as long as he did. But in order for those areas of my life to change, for me to see growth in those areas, I had to create an environment for change. And that meant the booze had to go.